All right, so just tell, put the kids in. I talked to Kim. I'm not waiting for him. He said he's not answering calls. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. If I could get everyone's attention. Good afternoon. I want to welcome everybody here for our annual end of the year signing day for our student athletes, our seniors who will be continuing their careers at the college level. What I would like to say before I bring out our student athletes, or our student athletes of the day, is that as a school, we've worked very hard to create a very important partnership that we have here. A partnership that goes from the student athlete and is surrounded by his parents, his coaches, his teachers, college counseling office, and the athletic department. And together, this is the end result. We started many years ago putting this ceremony in front of all the student athletes and all the teachers and all the faculty and staff so they could be a part of this celebration, which we think is a really special one. Today, we have our next group of kids that are going to be competing at some incredible schools. They're going to tell you some great stories and pay honor to the people that helped them get here. So without further ado, let's give a hand to our senior student athletes.
So I guess we just kind of start. Hi, my name is Nicholas Coyle, and I'll be swimming for the University of Chicago next year. Thank you. So for those of you who know me well, you may find it a bit odd that I'm up here right now, and I do too in some ways, mainly because when I've been watching this assembly for the past 2 years, I've thought to myself, oh, I really hope I'm not up there as a senior. 4 more years of swimming sounds like hell. But I'm just kidding. Swimming's a great sport. I don't mean to sound overly down on it, but at times it can be taxing. Practice at 4:45 every morning and then again for 3 hours in the afternoon can get you a bit tired, but I had a lot of fun and there are many people I have to thank for my success in it. First, I'd like to thank my coach, Andy DeAngulo, who I think is back there. I definitely wouldn't be the swimmer I am today if it weren't for him. He's definitely one of the most dedicated, optimistic, and hardworking people I know. Before every race, he'd usually come up to me and slap me on the back, which I didn't necessarily appreciate, but then he'd said, "Are we going to get an Olympic trial cut, Coyle?" Which it sounds kind of silly, but it can be encouraging before 500. He also dealt with my spotty attendance, and by spotty I mean complete absence during the college application process. He'd work around my schedule so that I could be ready for all of our meets. But most of all, he's just been an understanding and encouraging guy, and those are the best qualities you could ask for in a coach. Next, I'd like to thank my friends on the team. To me, they're really the most important aspect in our sport. And this could be because swimming, I don't know if you know, isn't the most fun sport in the world. You go back and forth every day in the same pool. And it can get a little bit boring if you don't have people to joke around with. But seriously, you're with these people every day, twice a day, and they just kind of become your family. So Alexa, Marcelo, and especially Annie Valls, who I've been swimming with since I was 11, thank you. I really don't think I could have done it alone. And lastly, I'd like to thank my parents. But before I get to that, I have a bit of a bone to pick there. I don't know if you guys know this. My mom was a swimmer, which sounds great. Yeah, there's a legacy in the Coyle family of swimming. But she knew everything that it entailed, waking up at 4:45 in the morning, and still let me do it. My kids are going to play golf, and they're not going to work hard, and they're going to love it being a little bit lazy. Sorry if there are any golfers here. I love it, but it'll be... But in all seriousness, they, and I know this is going to sound kind of cliche, but have been the wind beneath my wings from the very beginning. They drive me to 4:45 a.m. practice. They sat through weekend-long meets, which are more boring for the people watching than the people in it, and the people in it, they're boring too. They gave me stroke advice, and they dealt with me when I was beyond exhausted. I can never thank you guys enough, and I love you. So thank you again to everybody who was mentioned. I'm proud to be a Raider, and I'm excited to be a Maroon.
Hi, my name is Natalia, and I'm going to be sailing for Yale next year. So when I joined the sailing team 4 years ago, I didn't know anything about competitive sailing. I joined because I was somewhat familiar with it because of my time at Ransom summer camp, and I'd never before been on a sports team. My freshman year was really hard because I had no idea what I was doing, and I was often thrown in a boat with some of the best sailors on the team. But the challenge to catch up to the more experienced sailors is what convinced me to stick with sailing and make it my #1 priority after school, of course. Throughout my 4 years at Ransom, a bunch of people inspired me to work hard and put an endless amount of time into coaching me and making me into the sailor I am today, and without them, I know I wouldn't be on this stage. First, I'd like to thank my coaches. Enrique, you've known me since my freshman year when I was a quiet, almost invisible girl who had no idea what sailing even was. You taught me so many of the techniques I use today, and you truly inspired me along every step of the way. Not only are you one of the best coaches I've ever met, but a truly generous and selfless person who is always willing to be there for me whenever I needed you, and you never asked for anything back. I couldn't tell you how much it meant to me when you brought Nathaniel and I good luck steak the morning of districts, or warm soup on a 40-degree, windy, and miserable day on the water. You've been one of the few people to watch me transform from who I was freshman year to who I am today, and if it wasn't for you, I don't know where or who I'd be. Fred, though he's not here today, I want to thank him for teaching me important lessons about being a good leader, a good sailor, and a good team member. He's been a mentor to me, and I truly do appreciate everything he's done for me in the team. Gonzalo, though I only met you this year, you've been a truly inspiring coach, and it's been an honor to work with you throughout the year. You've always been someone I could trust, and I'm so glad you came to Ransom. Thank you so much for helping me and the team achieve a goal we've had for so long, to make it to nationals, and for helping Ransom Sailing become one of the most respected programs out there. Next, I want to thank the team. You guys are an amazing group of people. I'm really going to miss the crazy car rides and plane rides on our way to regattas and spending countless weekends with you guys at hotels, and I'm definitely going to miss that. Bree, it's been great working with you this year. Congrats on a fantastic year. And Swordlow Dylan, thanks for making all the regattas so much fun. You really made it every weekend an awesome weekend. I'm so proud of all of you, and I'm so happy with what we've been able to accomplish this year. It's been a historic year for RA Sailing, and you all made it possible. Nathaniel, it's going to be really hard to talk about you in less than 30 seconds, but here it goes. When we started sailing together, I was reserved and extremely quiet. I don't know what you did, but somehow you opened me up and gave me the confidence I needed to become an accomplished sailor and person. Your passion for sailing was contagious, and I definitely caught it. You introduced me to the world of sailing, gave me the drive and competitiveness that I've needed to become as good of a sailor as I have become. And if it wasn't for you, I would have never imagined myself to be sitting here today signing to sail on the #1 sailing team in the country. I couldn't have asked for a better best friend and skipper, and I'm going to miss you so much next year. Team Nat squared for the win. I also want to thank my friends. You guys are the best. Thanks for always being supportive of my sailing, and for always being there when I needed you. Thanks for inviting me to things even though you knew I probably couldn't come because I was going to be at a regatta or some sailing event, and I'm so happy I met all of you. I'm going to miss you so much next year. And last, I want to thank my parents. Thank you for dealing for my constant traveling and letting me tell you I won't be at home for a weekend the day before I left. Thanks for supporting me and trusting me to manage my sailing and school lives, and for always being understanding and supportive. Thanks for all the times you had to wake up at 6 a.m. to drive me to the airport or to a yacht club or for regattas. I'm going to miss you guys more than you know. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm going to be playing tennis next year at Case Western. I'd like to thank my teammates for all their support, especially Jeff right here. He's been with me since 6th grade, and it's been great playing with you. Good luck next year at Johns Hopkins. I'd also like to thank my coaches, especially Pete Lehman, who's been very helpful throughout these past couple seasons. He's helped me with fine-tuning my game and also with just strategically helping me play and calm down when I was frustrated. And lastly, I'd like to thank my parents and my brother for all of their love and support throughout all the years. I couldn't have done any of this without them. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey, and I'll be playing tennis at Johns Hopkins University next year. Playing tennis in a team setting for Ransom has given me many great memories that I'll never forget, and I'm very excited to continue playing at Hopkins. I'd like to thank all the coaches of the tennis team, Peter Lehman and Dr. Doogie, for giving me advice when I needed it during tough matches and always pushing me to play better. I'd like to thank all my private coaches for the time and effort that they've dedicated to my improvement as a tennis player. I'd like to thank my teachers for being so cooperative even when I miss 6 out of a possible 9 days of class. Mr. Notland, you know what I'm talking about? I'd like to thank all my friends and my teammates, especially Josh, for hanging in there all those years. And last but definitely not least, I'd like to thank my family. Claudia, I know I bother you a lot when we practice, but I've always appreciated your support and advice. And to my parents, none of this would even be possible without your support and belief in me all these years, postponing your work to travel all over the country so that I could play the tournaments I wanted to play, waking up at 6 a.m. almost every weekend for those 8 a.m. first-round matches. Words just can't describe how grateful I am for all that you've given me. I love you guys. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jessica Mandel, and I'm going to be playing volleyball at NYU next year. The first time I attended this ceremony as a freshman, all I could think of was how great of an honor it would be up on stage and to represent Ransom as a student athlete. My athletic career has definitely had its ups and downs, but thanks to Mo Blake and the incredible athletic staff here at Ransom, I was able to come back from an injury I thought would ruin my chances to be a collegiate athlete. I would like to thank Victoria Colazzo, who graduated 2 years ago. Vicki and I became best friends during my sophomore year when she was my team captain. She taught me the real meaning of leadership, work ethic, and perseverance, and she remains my role model to this day. Thank you. I would like to take a minute to thank all the girls on the team this year for making it the best season I have ever experienced. If my NYU team is half as fun, hardworking, and downright hysterical as you guys are, I will be incredibly lucky. I'm going to miss you guys so much, words can't express it, and I love that I can call all of you my close friends. Thank you to Coach Beluso for helping me grow into the player I am today and believing in me even when I didn't. Thank you to Jeff Schneider, Scott Sipin, Jojo Chala for teaching me that hustling even when no one is watching makes a difference, and that I am my worst critic, and sometimes it's okay to give myself the benefit of the doubt. I appreciate the support system I have felt for my whole experience at Ransom, from teachers like Doc, Mr. Kappelman, and Coach Adams, who encourage student athletes in every aspect, to the students who are part of the 7th Girl, whose mind-numbing cheering made us feel like what we were doing out on the court was something special. Thank you to my best friends, you know who you are, for all of the support and love you've given me and all the good times we've shared. I love you guys, and not seeing you every day is going to be one of the hardest adjustments. Thank you to my brothers who keep me grounded and remind me to always look on the bright side. Aaron, okay. You see things the way they truly are, and even though we don't always get along, you're my big brother and I will always look up to you. I love you. Noah, I have no idea what I'm going to do next year without your quirky humor and wit that always puts a smile on my face, and the random dance parties we have in the car on the way to school. Bro, you're my best friend and I love you so much. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents. Mom and Dad, you encouraged me not only to chase my dreams, but to tackle them to the ground. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Both of you make me want to be the best person I can be, and I hope I can make you proud in the future. I'm looking forward to playing volleyball at NYU, and I'm thankful for all the people who helped me get here. But the hardest part about leaving is knowing that I will no longer be teammates with this amazing group of girls.
Hi, I'm Julian, and this fall I'm going to be playing basketball at Grinnell College. First off, I'd really like to thank my family for all their support, my dad for many long hours just in the gym with me rebounding, my mom just for always being there for me no matter what, and I'm really going to miss them. Next, I really have to thank my teammates. You guys have been there for me no matter what, through all type of bad games, good games, and I really love you guys, and I'm going to miss you guys so much next year. Next, I got to thank my coaches, Coach Gruber, who first off gave me a great opportunity to be on his team for 4 years, and even though sometimes he was very tough on me, I can never thank him enough for helping make me a better player and a better person. Also, I want to thank Coach Rosenfels, even though I only had him for 1 year. I really learned a lot from him, and he's a great coach. Next, I got to thank Coach Rob Voder, who, if some of you guys know him, he's a tough guy, but he's taught me so much about basketball, and he's always pushed me to be the best I can be, and I got to thank him so much for that. Next, I really want to thank all my friends who supported me through all my years here at Ransom, as well as teachers, college counseling, especially Miss Jolie Vera for all her help. So thank you very much, and I just want to congratulate my friends who are also up here. It's been great watching you guys compete these past 4 years.
Hi, my name is Clara, and I'll be rowing for Stanford's lightweight crew team in the fall. When I was little, I never saw myself as an athletic person. I was that kid in middle school who basically begged to sit out of kickball or couldn't finish laps around the field. Sports just weren't really my thing. But I guess I hadn't found something that I really loved. Freshman year, at the insistence of my best friend, I joined rowing, and I've come a long way since then. Rowing is easily the biggest part of my life right now, and it's the thing I've been the most committed to, ever. And I wouldn't have it any other way. All the painful practices, early mornings, broken blisters, were completely worth it. Rowing can be brutal. No one will hold your hand through seat races or erg tests, but those experiences gave me character. And through the hard work, I formed bonds with my teammates that I wouldn't trade for anything. Issa, Emily, I don't know what I'll do without you next year. My friends have been the best support group anyone could ever ask for. They put up with me when I'm tired and cranky, which is most of the time. They understand that crew has always been a priority. I might never again find such an amazing group. Thank you so much for just always being there for me. And finally, thank you to my teachers who have understood that I can't always be here, mentally as well as physically. You've made being a student athlete doable, which just means the world to me. I look back now, and I don't think I would have done anything differently. I love crew for making me who I am. Thank you to everyone who has supported me over this 4-year journey. Nothing would have been possible without all of you.
Hi, I'm Isa Morcos, and I'll be rowing for the women's lightweight crew team at Bucknell. I began rowing in the summer going into 9th grade, as well because a friend told me I should try it. And I thought it would be something fun to do before track season started in the spring. But it has taken me a very long way, and I would have never guessed it would have taken me through college. It's become a huge part of my life, and it's a sport that I can fortunately continue for the rest of my life. Without the help of my team, friends, and family, this would have never been possible. Rowing, like many other sports, has its huge ups and downs. Julia, Caitlin, Vanessa, Kara, your support has meant the world to me and has kept me going through the sport for a really long time, so I thank you, and I don't thank you enough. Clara, Emily, and Danny, you three have not only been the greatest teammates, but also become some of my closest friends. Amelia is one girl that has been one of my biggest competitors, but also one of my closest teammates, and without them next year, I can't imagine being on a team. Tina and John, my brother and my sister, it makes me happier than that you two are going to also be rowing and that you are becoming so good at it. It makes me really happy to see you enjoy it as much as I do. My mom and my dad, I love you guys so much, and I don't thank you enough, but your love and support means the world to me, and I have no doubt that you'll be right next to me, helping me along the way in the following years to come. So thank you, and I'll miss everyone so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kembra Roach, and I'll be attending Trinity University for basketball next year. I just want to start off first by thanking God and for his guidance for getting me here today. Next, I just want to thank my family, mom and dad. I know you all are back there somewhere, can't see you, but oh, okay. You know, all I do is try and be the man that you all raised me to be. And in everything I do, whether it's basketball, school, any extracurricular, my only goal is to make you all proud. And you know, I thank you for your guidance and all you've taught me throughout my life. Also, thank you for blessing me with all my siblings, every one of them, Kendall, Dawn, Christelle, and Devin, my oldest brother. You all are all unique to me in your own way, and I thank you for keeping me humble throughout my years and always being that support I needed when it didn't come from anywhere else. Next, I also want to thank my coach, Claude Grubert, for bringing me to Ransom and having a vision for me that at the time I didn't see for myself. Coach, you've been hard on me at times, but then you've also been my biggest fan. And I thank you for this year for trusting me and helping me grow into a better player and a better man. And then to my teammates, I love all my teammates, all of you all out there. You all grown to be brothers to me. And the bond that we shared these couple years is going to last with me forever. I also want to thank specifically these two gentlemen on stage with me, two of my best friends, for helping me and both socially and on the court. I can't thank them enough for being best friends for me. And to Ms. Jolivert, I'm pretty sure I was your most stressful student here in my college process. We basically looked at every college in the nation, and I'm happy we decided on Trinity University. And I'm really excited to go there next year. And go Tigers.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'll be playing basketball at University of California, Berkeley next year. I know I spoke in November, so I'll keep it brief, but First and foremost, I want to thank the most important people in my life, which are my parents and my sister Emily. Without your support, I wouldn't be sitting up here signing and going on to the next level to play. So I want to thank you guys, and I love you guys very much. I want to thank my coaches, Claude Grubert, for opening your arms to me. And 5 years ago, you saw something in me, and you gave me an opportunity to play varsity. And I can't thank you enough for what you've done over these past 5 years. Really, really mean a lot to me. Coach Rose, I've only known you for a year, but it seems like more. You've been working out with us for all this fall and all winter and all spring, and we built a pretty strong bond, and I can't thank you enough. I want to thank my teammates, specifically the seniors, Nick Wenzel, for dedicating the time to come to practices whenever you could. Royce, you were the heart and soul of our team this year. You're our glue guy. I want to thank Jared for making it today. Thank you for being here on time, first off. And, you and I, we're best friends. We work out together all the time. And your fellow captain. And so I want to thank you, Cam. I've known you since 6th grade. We've been playing ball since then. And, you've been my best friend also. And we've been working out. I can't believe I'm not going to be able to play with you next year. And Julian, first, congrats on finally deciding on where you want to go. I think you were Ms. Joliver's toughest assignment besides Canberra, but I'm really proud of you. We went to elementary school together, and now I'm glad to see the man you become and the player you become. I want to thank the administration, all my teachers, for helping me along the way with whatever I needed. Cramp, Mr. Ferguson, Ms. Mosseri, you guys make this school a wonderful place, and I want to thank you. I want to thank all my friends, all you guys, my peers, for supporting us all this season, and you guys really made this season a really wonderful ride. The two most lasting memories I'll have would be the regional final game when we won and we had 1,200 people there, and then being on the floor in Lakeland and looking up and seeing all you guys there, which is really, really special. And also Izza, who's my girlfriend. I want to thank her for everything. And I want to congratulate everybody else. So that's it.
Hi, my name is Erica, and I will be playing volleyball at Bowdoin College next year. Okay. I would like to start off with a short story about how I started to play volleyball. In 6th grade, I tried out for the middle school team, and I didn't make it, so I decided to do the school play instead. In 8th grade, I got really ticked off at Miss Stenson for not giving me a lead role, so I quit the play, and I decided to try out for volleyball. By some miracle, Coach Adams put me on the B team. I was not good at all. I was terrible. But I instantly fell in love with the sport, and all I wanted to do was play and get better. I decided that I wanted to play in college, and I made the commitment to play volleyball year-round. I would first like to thank my parents, because without them, there's no way I could ever be playing college ball. The best clubs are all in Boca, and to get the best competition, you have to travel the nation. My parents drove me and my sister to Boca and back 3 days a week for 5 years, just to go to practice. That is just completely insane, and I'm so thankful that they would do that for me. Not only did my parents come with me to every tournament and watch every game, they also helped me so much with the recruiting process. They helped me send letters and emails to coaches and filmed games to put together footage to send to coaches. So a huge thank you to my parents for supporting me through this crazy process and always cheering me on no matter what. Next, I would like to thank my sister, Caroline. Thank you for being the most amazing sister, teammate, and best friend. Thank you so much for always having my back and always making me laugh. It was amazing to have the chance to be on the same team with you and to share all those memories with you. I'm so excited to see how good you get in the next years and for you to be on this stage making your speech. You are truly a great player and a great person, and I don't know what I'm going to do without you next year. Next, I would like to thank the RE team this year and my coaches, Coach Adams, Coach Peluso, Jojo, Jeff, and Scott. This year, I could not have asked for better teammates. You guys are so much fun, and we always had a blast. Although our season did not end the way we wanted it to, I will never forget that game against Bishop Moore. We all played the very best we could have played, all filled with so much passion and love for each other and for the game. Not only are you guys my teammates, you are my best friends, and I will never forget the amazing memories we made together. Finally, I would like to thank the entire Ransom community for all the support you have given me throughout the years. Thank you to my friends who have cheered me on for the past 7 years. I will miss you all so much, but I know that we will keep in touch and be best friends forever. Thank you to the 7th Girl, our loyal fan base. You all do not understand how much it meant to us to see a gym full of spirited people cheering as loud as they can at our regional final game. To see so many people there watching us play was really a dream come true, and it's something I will never forget. Thank you to the teachers and administration for giving me the best 4 years of my life. You are some of the most passionate and dedicated people in the world, and I'm so fortunate to have this experience with you all. Although I'm very sad to be leaving, I'm also very excited to go to Bowdoin and to get a completely new experience. Without any of you, none of this would be possible, so thank you. Go Raiders and go Polar Bears.
Hi, I'm Brandy Smith, and I'll be doing track at Ithaca College. I hate to be cliche and stand in front of you today and honor all those individuals that have significantly impacted me on my journey. But without all of their support and guidance, I would not have made it to this point. I can't believe that my journey as a high school athlete is really over. It honestly feels like just yesterday I was going to my first track high school practice. I distinctly remember Becker asking me if I was going to take this seriously because I had somehow gained the reputation of being extremely lazy. Although there's absolutely no truth whatsoever in that statement, I used my bad reputation as a means of working extremely hard each and every day in practice and making a name for myself. It took some time for things to fall into place, but once they did, greatness surely did follow. I couldn't have gotten to where I am today without the assistance of many people. First and foremost, I have to thank God for giving me all that I am and for blessing me with His talent. Secondly, I have to thank my mom. You are my rock, my best friend, and my everything. It's absolutely impossible to thank you enough. You have sacrificed so much for me, to drive from place to place and to support me at all my meets. My love for you is beyond this world. You'll always be my #1 fan. Next, I'd like to thank Becker. You have so much on your plate and so many events to coach us for. How do you do it? I don't know, but thank you for making my experience what it's been. Coach Morelos, I couldn't have asked for a better coach. You're so knowledgeable, and you have a correction and answer for every move. It's been such a pleasure to learn from you, and I'll miss you so much next year. Doc, thanks for always reminding me how much potential I have. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but your encouragement and words of wisdom mean a lot to me. Also, thanks for always having the time to do circuit with me early in the mornings. A huge part of athletics is teammates. You guys are like my family. You guys have really shaped my experience and filled it with great memories. As much as it pains me to admit this, the team is only going to be better next year. And wherever you do not play lacrosse. Please. Caitlin, other Caitlin, and Sabine, thank you for an amazing season. Although she isn't here right now, it wouldn't be right if I didn't thank Amanda Roll. Together, Eliza and Amanda always kept me laughing and smiling. We laughed together, we cried together, and we also passed out in practice together. We've always had great adventures together. We always managed to meet new people, which usually ended up getting us in trouble. But most of all, I'd like to say thank you guys for always being there for me. I love you. And I can't forget about Mrs. Perez. You're the best. You're always there to capture the perfect moment, and you always have the best snacks. Although my track family is a huge part of why I've made it this far, many people off the track have supported me through it all. Juanita, thank you so much for supporting me in everything I do. Pluso, thank you for teaching me the disciplines of an athlete. Frapp, thank you for bearing with me through this entire process. I know it's very tough, especially since I changed my mind on where I wanted to go to college every day. Thanks to all my teachers. You guys are truly Florida's finest. Mr. Felipe and Becker, thank you guys for writing my recs that I'm sure were amazing. To all my friends, thanks for always asking me how my meets went. It really means a lot to know that you care. Believe it or not, some people actually think track isn't a real sport. The way I see it, my sport is every other sport's punishment, and that makes us that much tougher. And to everyone else that has been a part of my high school career on and off the track, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Hi, my name is Catherine Trinka, and I will be playing volleyball at Emory next year. It's hard to express in words how thrilled I am to be sitting in front of you and representing Emory University. It is such a great feeling to be able to represent a school that you are both proud to be attending and proud to be playing your favorite sport for. There are so many people who have played a major part in helping me achieve my goal. First off, I would like to thank Coach Adams for coaching me at the middle school. The middle school B team in 7th grade was the first volleyball team that I was ever a part of, and without that season, I honestly don't think I would have pursued the sport. I also want to thank you for your amazing coaching and leadership in the 2008 middle school season. I still look back to that season and remember how good we were, or how good we thought we were, and I still consider that team one of the funnest teams I've ever been on. Next, I would like to thank the Ransom Athletic Department for all the support they've given to the volleyball team and all the support they've given to all Ransom sports in general. I couldn't be more proud to have played for a school that prides itself not only on academics, but also athletics. To all my teachers, thank you for your support you have given me through my 4 years. Also, thanks to Frat for coaching me through the college process and helping me make the right decision. Also, thanks so much to J-Rod and Miss Bull for writing my recommendations. The next person I would like to thank is Roger Peluso. You have been such a huge part of my success these last 4 years. I know sometimes we had our differences, but I cannot thank you enough for supporting me. You've done so many things for me, and I honestly don't think I would be here today without you. I remember back when it all started in 6th grade. You were my advisor, and I was basically the most unathletic and awkward kid in the advisory. You told my parents that I should probably get involved in student government to help my confidence because sports probably wasn't going to be my thing. You've done so much for me, and I cannot even think of a way to begin to repay you. Next, I would like to thank all the Ransom volleyball teams that I've been a part of. Thanks to the 2009 team for welcoming me as a freshman. I loved you guys so much, and you were such great role models when I was first entering high school. Thanks so much to the 2010 team as well for such an amazing season. I never knew how close a volleyball team could be until that season. Emily, Mishi, Vicky, Vic Sanch, and Olsanch, you were such great seniors and role models, and I still miss you guys today. Also, special thanks to Emily for being my big sister. To the 2012 team and coaches, JoJo, Scott, Jeff, Jess, Erica, Nicole, Caitlin, Nikki, Lisette, Tedda, Sabrina, Baby Carol, Fia, Sophie, Steph, and Annie. I love all you guys so much. I honestly think the reason we were so successful this season was because we were so close. I'm always going to miss our team sleepovers and all the fun we had playing Chubby Bunny and Ouija board, and who knows what else we did. I wouldn't change anything about the season for the world, and I know you guys will be even more successful next season. Also, I want to give a special shout out to all the fans that supported us over these last few years, especially this past year. Without the 7th girl, there's no way we would have been undefeated at home this season. You all were just as big a part of the team as any of us. I would really like to give a special thanks to the seniors on the volleyball team this year. Caitlin, I'm so glad I got to know you through volleyball. You're honestly one of the funniest but also most considerate people ever. Next, Nicole. I love and respect you so much. I'm going to miss going to school with you, but I know you'll take Cornell by storm. Jess, you honestly have become one of my best friends, and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to know you. I can't wait to be in the same conference and play you next year, but just know you're going down. Erica, we've known each other since kindergarten, and I'm so glad volleyball has made us so close. We have been through so many seasons together, school and club. Between the 1-hour car rides to and from Boca twice a week, spending almost every weekend together playing volleyball and working out together, I know we can get on each other's nerves, but I honestly wouldn't trade any of it for the world. I know our paths will continue to cross like they have these past 13 years. I don't know what I'm going to do without you guys next year. Lastly, I really need to give a special thanks to my parents. I love and appreciate you guys more than, sorry. Okay. I love and appreciate you guys more than you can even know. I know you've never doubted that I could achieve my goals, and you always believed in me, and that trust and faith got me through some really tough and stressful times. I really also need to thank you for coming to every single volleyball game that I've ever played in. You never miss a single game, and I think I've taken that for granted these past few years. Also, thanks for supporting me enough to drive me to Boca and all over the country these past 6 years of club, and for helping me so much with the recruiting process. I love you guys.
So before we depart for the afternoon, I would like to acknowledge 3 groups, 2 of which won't be here most likely tonight for the end of the year athletic awards ceremony, but 2 that really need to be acknowledged publicly and enthusiastically. First, I would like us to give a round of applause, a very energetic round of applause to our college counseling office. It goes without saying the amount of work and success that they achieve in what they do, but don't always have the acknowledgement that they deserve. Second, and also a very enthusiastic and energetic ovation for our faculty. When you look every year at the places that our kids have the opportunity to attend, and in this case attend and then continue to play their sport, it's that partnership I talked about at the beginning that they benefit from and that we all benefit from, that we all work together to achieve that same goal. And finally, let's give a final ovation, standing ovation to our senior athletes on stage. So as part of our tradition that we will conclude with here is to have the student athletes on the stage sign their ceremonial letter of intent. Julian, it's not binding, so you can still change your mind. Thank you, everybody. Have a pleasant day.